If you're a homeowner in Huron County or planning to become one, I'm going to be sharing an update on the latest real estate market trends for June 2023. Make sure you stick around to the end of this video so that you can take advantage of some of the hidden opportunities, whether you're thinking about buying or selling. Okay, let's get started. In June, there were 4.8 months of supply available in Huron County, which puts us more in a balanced market. What does that mean? Months of supply tells you how many months it would take for all of the homes currently on the market to sell, given the average sales volume. 4 to 6 months of inventory indicates a more balanced market. Less than 4 means that there's not a lot of available inventory, which can drive prices up. More than 6 months of supply means there's a lot of properties available for buyers to choose from, which can drive prices down. If we compare that to this time last year, we are up 78% from June 2022. So this is definitely an advantage for buyers to have more to choose from when shopping around. The average price for a home in Huron County was just over $646,000. But keep in mind that that is the average across all areas for all residential, which is going to include larger farmer properties to smaller price condos. The single family home category averaged around $700,000. The average price for all residential is only down 3% versus this time last year, which is pretty awesome for sellers because buyers have still been adjusting to the Bank of Canada interest rate increases. Another positive for sellers is that we are up 8% versus this time last month. Moving along. The average list to sale price ratio was 99.5% in June. That simply means that properties were selling for 99.5% of list price, so just under asking price, which is fantastic for sellers. That's up another percent from last month and only 2% compared to last year, where sellers were averaging out 101.8% of list to sale price. Now, when you're looking at this stat, let's remember that it has a lot to do with the strategy a seller uses when listing their property. A year ago, everyone underpriced their homes to entice bidding wars. Although the market has changed in the last year, last month we were seeing many homes under $400,000 run into multiple offers. Some properties gaining an additional $10,000 to $50,000 over list price, which will alter this number as well. Now, you may be wondering, how long is it taking for properties to sell? On average, in June in Huron County, it was taking 39 days for a property to sell. That's trending down from last month where it took 41 days on average. So just know that if you're planning to sell your home, it's going to take a little longer than it has in the past. In my experience in the last few months, sellers are really understanding that the market will take a little longer to sell their home. A benefit that I found with my clients lately is that transactions between the buyer and the seller seem to be much calmer, understanding, and kinder when trying to negotiate both sides of the deal, which in the end makes for a much easier process and way less stress for both parties. As we enter the summer months, we will see the market naturally start to soften due to active buyers putting their search on hold for vacation, kids, and so on. This is a reoccurring seasonal trend, but what isn't a seasonal trend is something to keep in mind when putting your house up for sale right now, which is what we have experienced in the last month. The Bank of Canada's decision to increase its policy rate by 25 basis points, which may put a chill on the housing market. We can add a few points to this in a minute. Okay, if you're thinking about buying real estate in the near future, some of the best mortgage rates are ranging between 5.09 to 6.05, depending if you're going fixed or variable and whether you're getting financing through a bank or an alternative lender. As I mentioned before, the Bank of Canada did raise its policy rate by 25 basis points, and while that doesn't always mean it impacts the housing market, especially when most people are getting into fixed rates right now, the fixed rates are now well into the 5% range as bond yields have been trending up, impacting the fixed rate, which ultimately makes it harder for some buyers to qualify for a mortgage. As there is talk about the possibility of another increase this week or later in the year, I would encourage any buyers thinking about getting into the market to do it now to lock in, or at least talk to someone who can help guide you in the right direction. If you need help with finding a trusted mortgage agent, we do have an in-house mortgage team called Guiding Star that is powered by Dominion Lending Center that can provide a pre-approval within 24 hours of receiving documentation. So in summary, when you look at June's market statistics, we saw a good month for sellers as the average price increased by 8% over May. The market's moving along as the days on market decreased by a few days, and we saw an increase of list to sale price go up as well. If you're thinking of selling your home and you believe that you're going to be in a $400,000 range, now could be a great opportunity to upgrade into your next property. Homes that are clean, staged, Price properly from the start and have a good marketing plan will do well. But if you're overpriced right out of the gate, do expect your house to sit. Interest rates have already risen since my last market update, so we will continue to see what happens when they meet again July 12th. If you're thinking about making a move this fall or want to be in a house by Christmas, yes, I said Christmas, but now is the time to be thinking about those big decisions. Start by getting the ball rolling by contacting a realtor and or a mortgage broker who can discuss the best options with you with these changing Bank of Canada rates. Also feel free to check out my video on the first 5 steps to selling your home to get started. So the bottom line is that whether you're buying or selling, your situation is unique and general market updates shouldn't be used as a personal guide. If you want an accurate analysis for your home or you're thinking about buying and want to know where the hidden opportunities may lie, you can request either a free no obligation market evaluation or book a call with me to have a no pressure conversation about your options. I'll always just give you the real down to earth advice so that you're informed to make the best decisions that's right for you based on your personal situation. If you think that would be helpful, you can click the link in this video and set it up. Otherwise, feel free to check out my other videos and I'll be back next month with an updated report.